Hey, I'm Coach Nat, and welcome back to our journey through Jonah. Let's see what we learned today from this reluctant prophet. Now, last time, we saw Jonah pray from the belly of the great fish, repenting, recognizing God's sovereignty, and declaring salvation belongs to the Lord. And now, God responds. So let's receive today's verse. And the Lord spoke to the fish, and it vomited Jonah out upon the dry land. Okay, let's take a moment to reflect. Jonah had run from God, been thrown into the sea, swallowed by a great fish, and finally turned back to God in prayer. Then, God acted. Jonah's story shows us something important. God's mercy doesn't just forgive, it restores. Think about it. Jonah didn't deserve another chance. He had disobeyed. He had tried to flee. But when Jonah repented, God didn't leave him in the fish. He commanded the fish to spit out Jonah.
Ooh.
Now, the word vomited may not sound pleasant, but it makes the point clear. God's deliverance isn't always pretty, but it's always purposeful. Jonah was saved, but he wasn't spared the discomfort. He still had to experience the consequence of his disobedience, being in the fish for 3 days. But when God spoke, the fish obeyed, and Jonah was given a second chance. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt stuck? Like Jonah in the fish, only to realize that God was using that moment to bring you back to Him? So, how do we respond to this passage today? First, we have to recognize the mercy of God in our own lives. Like Jonah, we don't deserve second chances, but God gives them anyway. Have you been running from something God is calling you to do? Maybe it's sharing your faith, stepping into ministry, or simply obeying in a specific area of your life. Jonah's story reminds us that God's discipline is meant to bring us back to Him, not to destroy us, but to restore us. But here's the key. Once we've been given a second chance, we must act on it. Jonah wasn't spit out so he could go back to running. He was spit out to go to do what God had called him to do. So here's the challenge. What will you do with the second chance God has given you? Jonah could have stayed in disobedience, but he didn't. God delivered him, and now he had a decision to make. The same is true for us. God has delivered us, forgiven us, and given us a mission to share the gospel, to live boldly for Him, to step out in faith. So will you stay silent, or will you take action? Who in your life needs to hear that God is a God of second chances? Who do you need to encourage with the truth that God doesn't leave us in our mistakes? He restores us and sends us back out. You've been given a second chance. What will you do with it?